Good morning and welcome to Taking Care of Business. I'm Rob Bradham, Vice President of Public Strategies at the Chattanooga Chamber and your host for our show today. This month, we'll be hitting some of the highlights of innovation in Chattanooga. At our recent Spirit of Innovation event, the Chamber presented our annual Spirit of Innovation Award to local moving company Bellhops, and the Chattanooga Technology Council presented their Early Innovation Award to medical solutions provider 3D Ops. Bellhops, the Tech Council, and 3D Ops will each be joining us today to tell us more. Jeff Silver, founder and CEO of Coyote Logistics, delivered our keynote at the Spirit of Innovation event. Coyote is one of the fastest growing third-party logistics companies in North America and recently acquired Access America here in Chattanooga. Let's hear more about Coyote Logistics and the Access America acquisition from Jeff himself.
Coyote is a company that we started in 2006. We are a third-party logistics company, so for those of you who don't know what that is, we're like a giant trucking company that owns no trucks whatsoever. The only thing that we have is people. So we move about 6,000 loads around the country every day, and 7-8 years into this thing, we're now a $2 billion company with 2,000 employees, including 230 of them here in Chattanooga, and another 40 or so split between Knoxville and Memphis. So our headquarters is in Chicago, where we have about 1,000 people, and we feel like we're just getting started at what we're doing. So the question is if we're growing so fast organically, why did we buy Access? Do you know Ted? So we first met Ted about 4 or 5 years ago at an industry conference, and this fresh-faced pup bounds up to me and says, "Hey, do you have time to sit down and have lunch? I'd like to hear about your business. I followed you, blah, blah, blah." And for me, to sit down with a competitor is not something that I would do every day or want to do every day. But there was something about the excitement in this kid's face that made me want to sit down and talk to him, and basically sat there with my CFO and him for an hour and a half and told him every secret about everything that we ever did, for whatever reason. They had not started that long before that, and they were growing and growing, and he got in touch with our CFO, a little over a year ago now, and the CFO came to me and said, "Hey, these guys are interested in coming in and seeing what we're doing now at Coyote." And I said, "Well, we are growing too fast to ever want to buy anything, so don't have them come in." My CFO, thankfully, completely ignored me, had him come in anyway, and didn't even tell me he was doing it. And pretty soon we were starting to talk to them, and really we came down, my wife and I came down here, I don't even remember what month that was, and walked into the office in Warehouse Row, and right away we walked into a situation that seemed exactly the same as what we had created, only the shirts and the hats and everything were SEC teams and not Big Ten. And I've been over the course of this enterprise to a bunch of different logistics companies, and almost every time you walk into one of them, it's people that are sitting in big cubes, and you could hear a pin drop, and there's nothing going on, and no energy and nothing. And my wife, as the mama coyote, as the protector of culture, thinks that we're great and everybody else stinks, and was very skeptical about walking into this thing down here in Tennessee. And we walked in and she was like, "Oh my God, this thing is great." So we bought it because we felt the same sort of pump and the same engaged, passionate employees. And it has really done fabulously well so far. We're ecstatic with it.
Jeff also spoke about the value of having the right people on board to take risks. Let's take a look.
And it's really about bringing in the right people to have that passion continue. Making sure that we stay entrepreneurial is about really encouraging people to take risks. Nobody's ever gotten in trouble at Coyote for taking a risk and failing. The key is to fail fast, right? Try something, fail fast, and get on it and do something else.
Stay with us. We'll be right back with our guests on Taking Care of Business.